we will be talking about the top 10 amazing humanitarian projects of Angelina Jolie, which created a huge impact on the lives of the people she extended her help and assistance. Angelina Jolie is not just a Hollywood actress, but also a prominent humanitarian who has worked tirelessly to promote peace, human rights, and education around the world. Angelina Jolie is loved by many people not only for her physical beauty, but also for her heart and passion on humanitarian works. She has been focused on helping refugees, promoting human rights, and advocating for the rights of children in conflict zones. She has been a UNHCR Goodwill Ambassador since 2001 and has traveled extensively to countries such as Iraq, Syria, Sudan, and Afghanistan to raise awareness about the plight of refugees and internally displaced people. She has also worked to promote education, particularly for girls in conflict zones, and has established multiple schools in underprivileged communities. In addition to her humanitarian work, Angelina Jolie is also a highly respected actress, having won numerous awards for her performances in films such as Girl, Interrupted, Changeling, and Maleficent. She has used her platform as a celebrity to raise awareness about important issues such as breast cancer prevention and education. First top project. Jolie's passion for humanitarian work led her to Cambodia, where she established her first project, the Maddox Jolie Pitt Foundation in 2003. The foundation, which is named after her oldest son, Maddox, is dedicated to promoting environmental conservation, education, and healthcare in Cambodia. She has also worked to combat child trafficking in Cambodia and other countries in Southeast Asia. Second top project. Angelina Jolie has also been a vocal advocate for women's rights and gender equality, speaking out against sexual violence in conflict zones and pushing for more women to be included in peace negotiations. In 2012, she launched her second top project, Preventing Sexual Violence Initiative, which aims to end sexual violence in conflict zones and bring perpetrators to justice. Third project. Education. Jolie has been a strong advocate for education, particularly for girls in developing countries. She has worked with organizations such as the Global Partnership for Education to improve access to education around the world. In 2018, Jolie opened a school for girls in Afghanistan, which provides education to over 200 girls. Fourth project. Women's rights. Jolie has been a longtime advocate for women's rights, and has supported organizations such as the Women's Refugee Commission and the Malala Fund in their efforts to empower women and girls. In 2018, Jolie attended a Women in the World event in New York City, where she spoke about the importance of women's leadership and the need to support women in all areas of society. Fifth project. Children's rights. Jolie has also been a strong advocate for the rights of children, particularly those who are vulnerable or at risk. In 2016, Jolie visited a Syrian refugee camp in Jordan, where she spoke to children and families who had been affected by the conflict there, and called for more support for their needs. In 2022, Angelina Jolie made a surprise visit to the western Ukrainian city of Lviv, where she met with people, especially children displaced by the war, and visited some of the facilities and organizations that are busy helping them. Sixth top project. Healthcare. Jolie has supported a number of healthcare initiatives around the world, including efforts to prevent the spread of HIV, AIDS, and other diseases. In 2019, Jolie visited a hospital in Bangladesh where Rohingya refugees were receiving health care, and called on the international community to provide more support for their needs. Seventh project. Environmental conservation. Jolie has been involved in a number of environmental conservation projects, particularly in Cambodia, where she has worked to protect wildlife and forests. In 2018, Jolie partnered with the Wildlife Conservation Society to launch a new conservation project in Cambodia, aimed at protecting the country's forests and wildlife. Eighth project. Disaster relief. Jolie has also been involved in disaster relief efforts, particularly in the aftermath of natural disasters such as earthquakes and hurricanes. In 2010, Jolie visited earthquake survivors in Haiti and called on the international community to provide more support for their needs, particularly in the areas of health and education. Ninth top project. Refugee rights. Jolie has worked extensively with the UN Refugee Agency, UNHCR, to support refugees and displaced persons around the world, and has advocated for their rights and well-being. In 2011, Jolie visited refugees in Libya who had been displaced by the conflict there, and called on the international community to provide more support for their needs. In 2016, Jolie visited a Syrian refugee camp in Jordan, where she spoke to children and families who had been affected by the conflict there, and called for more support for their needs. And the 10th top project, conflict resolution. Jolie has worked with the United Nations to support conflict resolution and peacebuilding efforts around the world, particularly in areas affected by conflict and instability. In 2017, Jolie visited a refugee camp in Kenya and called for more support for refugees and displaced persons in the region, as well as for efforts to address the root causes of conflict in the area. In 2022, Angelina Jolie made a surprise visit to the western Ukrainian city of Lviv, where she met with people, especially children displaced by the war, and visited some of the facilities and organizations that are busy helping them. Overall, Angelina Jolie's dedication to humanitarian causes, her talent as an actress, and her advocacy for important issues have earned her widespread respect and admiration. Her many accomplishments and contributions to society have made her a role model for many, and she has been recognized as one of the top women of the year for her outstanding achievements. Angelina Jolie has been named one of Time magazine's 100 most influential people multiple times, and Forbes's the world's 100 most powerful women multiple times. Jolie received the honorary Oscar for humanitarian work. She also took the Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award at the 2013 Academy Awards. It is presented to an individual who has made outstanding contributions to humanitarian causes. If you like this type of videos, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell for more new videos. Thanks for watching.